at the PlayStation Experience 2017. Make some noise for One Husband! One, how you doing, man?
Hey, long time no see, man.
Oh, good times, good times.
That was last time we met.
The last time we officially met was at the Final Fantasy 15 launch. By the way, yes.
Still remember it, and you're still hosting this one, so we're in good hands. Right?
Yes. All right, Juan.
Yes.
I know you're here.
Yep.
I know you are the lead designer of Final Fantasy 15.
Yep.
I know you have secrets you should be telling us. What are you going to be announcing today?
Well, first of all, this is the first live stage of Monster of the Deep in the world. And to commemorate that, there'll be a bunch of new announcements.
So this means we are hearing it here first.
Yes, correct.
We are hearing it here first, guys. All right. So obviously, one last thing.
Yes.
I'd like people to call you Haas.
Yep.
So everybody say hi, Haas.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Why don't you tell us a bit more yourself for those who don't know you as well?
Well, yeah, so I've entered Square Enix since 2010. I think I'm well known to put some Malaysian food in my Maybe I'll consider my cinema for the next one, okay? But yeah, so yeah, it's been a long road for Final Fantasy 15, right?
Okay, so for those of us who don't read Japanese, what's happening here?
So before Final Fantasy 15 was launched, we were challenged, right? We knew that Final Fantasy was not at the pinnacle of RPGs, and we had to acknowledge that. So some of the posters that we have to grab the throne again, retain the throne, for example. So we have this poster posted up on our whiteboard. When you enter the office, you will see this first. And yep, thanks to that, the result was tremendous. I love this quote. It's made Final Fantasy relevant again.
Let's give that a round of applause, guys.
I think it's a little too early for that because
Why? Oh! It's another round of applause.
yeah, and still going strong, and they're releasing more products by the day. So yep.
It's very, very cool stuff. All right, guys. This is a very interesting slide. What is Final Fantasy 15?
Yes, so Final Fantasy 15 is a game, as you know, but it's not just the game itself. It's a huge universe, like, I'm sure you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
this. There's a movie, there's anime, there's shorts. That's so good. So cool.
DLCs, episode Gladius, episode Proto, coming episode English as well, right? And of course, in Final Fantasy 15, we have all of this. And of course, our fans responded with this.
I love this.
It's my favorite. Totally not the intention, but. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about a new entry to the universe.
Jump. This is where you're gonna start blowing our mind.
Okay,
right?
Try your best.
Okay, so Has, I'm gonna leave you to the stage because I want to join the audience to menikmati your presentation. Alright? So everybody give it up for Has!
Okay, right, let's watch the teaser. Anytime soon.
You're welcome to join me.
Keep going!
Monster of the Deep, I would like you to remember this title because it's very, very important later on. But before I move on, I would like to have a shout out to Streamline Studios. It's a studio based in Malaysia, and they have actually helped us with Final Fantasy 15 as well. And therefore also helped us with Monster of the Deep. Right, so they did the UI and also some of the 3D assets in the game as well. Now let's get rid of the big elephant in the room, shall we? Why the hell are you creating a fishing VR game? Right? So let me answer that question. But first of all, I'd like to ask, what made Final Fantasy 15 great? I can rotate as well. Yes. What time? Oh, okay, what time? Okay. So all your answers could be summarized with one phrase, and that is user experience. And I don't know whether you have followed my stage presentations before this, but we actually go into caves. Game developers are always locked in a studio and just go home and eat and then come back to office and work. We actually go out there into caves, touch insects, right? And we actually climb mountains. If you notice, Noctis walks like this when we climb up the mountain, but goes down like this, right? We have a specific team just for that motion. So user experience is a very important thing for our game. And as you know, the road trip aspect of it, the travel aspect of it, the food, camping, and all that is what makes Final Fantasy 15 great. Now, when we think of VR and when we think about Final Fantasy 15, we want you to get immersed into the world of Final Fantasy 15. Okay? So we want you to enjoy the world, but not only enjoy the world, but also participate in the world as well. And we already have this wonderful technology, PlayStation VR. It's accessible to everyone and it has a high level of immersion as well. So in the game itself, you interact with your buddies, you interact with monsters, right, as you battle. But we want you to interact more with the scenery in the game. And our best answer for this is fishing. Okay? And let me tell you this, who loves fishing in Final Fantasy 15? Okay, I know some of you played it, but I'm like, no, I don't really like it. But however, I can guarantee you that this is more than just a fishing game. It is more than just taking the fishing game out of Final Fantasy 15 and just putting it in VR. And it's more than just a realistic fishing simulator. We want to create a fun game for everyone to enjoy. And there are 5 reasons why it is not just a fishing game. So reason number 1, let's go to controls. Now on our wall in the office as well, we have all this. These are all the location hunts that we did for the game itself, for Final Fantasy 15. As I mentioned just now, we went to caves, we actually went camping, we actually hiked the mountain, and we also viewed a tank practice where the tank just shoots right in front of your face. All this bodily user experience was important to ensure that we could put that in Final Fantasy 15. And we did the same thing for Monster of the Deep as well. Please watch this video. This is the first time we're showing this to the world, by the way. We went fishing. And we didn't just go out fishing, we went out with a fishing maniac called Iwasawa. So he's the character supervisor of King's Slave, but he creates his own rods and lures as well. A crazy guy, in short. So this is where he actually explains to us how the fishing works, and you can already tell that he's a maniac through his explanation. And some of us were practicing how to fish, near the city first. But I like this particular guy. He's the programmer. He's Ishikawa. And instead of fishing, he just keeps on looking at the reel carefully, making sure that he understands the mechanics of the reel. And it's time to go off. And we rented a boat. Yep, that's me. I was part of the experience. And this is another scene where the programmer is just talking in hardcore how to fish theoretically. So he goes like, yo, you have to fish straight, you know? And you can hear all these crazy conversations in the boat as well. Now this is the beauty of fishing in Japan. You can actually fish in places like this, where you can fish near rusty shipyards, and you can actually look for all the hidden spots, like the places where there are shadows and all that, to get better fish. And we noticed that it's not very easy to get a fish. So we make sure that we take out the bad parts of fishing and put in the good ones, right? So later on I will explain to you the joys of fishing. And yes, in the game you can even aim lowly like that with the PlayStation Move. Of course, the joys of fishing also include serenity. So you can enjoy the sunset, like I told you just now about scenery, right? The interaction with the scenery, just enjoying the sun go down as you fish. And if you want to be more dangerous, you can fish at night. And we did exactly that. So we left Yokohama Bay at night, traveled to the dark waters, and tried to get some fish. So you can already hear that this guy, he's crazy about fishing, so he's explaining the whole entire thing. Hey, you know the shadow line, you have to aim the shadow, okay? That only can get big fish, something like that. So all this maniac talking is also, is really good for the game as well. And it's dark, so it's very hard to tie strings and all that. But obviously the joy is when you actually catch the fish, right? And let me just show you some of the things that we actually put into the game. For example, when you fish, the rod will tap properly according to how you use the PlayStation Move. And the fish will actually splash on the surface of the water as well. Because so you feel more tension, right? It's a thrill of whether you're going to get the fish or the fish is going to escape as well. And of course, showing off the fish as well. And look at the size of the fish, it's so big. Japan is doing something else in terms of fishing. And even the fear of holding the fish as it moves suddenly. You can also see that in the game as well. And of course, being narcissistic and wanting to have your own selfie with the fish. That's very important. The splash, the capturing, the holding it up, looking at the fish up close, and suddenly it just goes, ooh, ooh, like that. Right? So we have put in the same amount of effort, the same amount of detail to attention to detail in this game as well, not only in Final Fantasy 15. So it's not just a spin-off, it's a proper game. Oh, the visual is gone for the last part of the movie. Sorry, hold on. Technical difficulty. Is everything okay? No? Oh, I just want to show them one little announcement. Nothing? Okay. Hey guys. How are you doing? Guys, it's okay, you didn't play the game. Okay. So the last part of the movie shows that how many fish that I captured, that I fished during the day. I caught 0 fish.
It's alright, it's alright.
Malaysia boleh. So sorry about that. But yeah, everyone else, all my colleagues caught some fish, at least one fish. I caught 0. I'm so sorry to shame Malaysia. So sorry. Okay, so every single aspect of that experience, of the bodily experience that we had during the fishing location hunt, is in the game. When we released the teaser during the E3, right? If you see online boards, they went crazy, right? What the hell is going on with Square, for example? Why are they creating a fishing game? That's not what I wanted, right? So those skeptics actually came down to the E3 hall in the Sony booth and tried our game. And when they opened the helmet, all of them said it was great or they want to buy the game itself. So I invite you later on to try on the game on that side, okay? There are 2 booths for Monster of the Deep. Don't just watch the teaser and judge from that, play the game. And you will find that the controls are very solid and we have put in all the joys of fishing, the splash, the putting out the fish suddenly moving, and putting in the fish into the net, feeling happy and you can actually eat the fish in camp as well. All that joys are in the game without the boredom of waiting for 2 hours for a fish to bite. Okay, so the joys are all in there. Next, we'll talk about the characters of the game as well. Now, in Final Fantasy 15 itself, you control Noctis, am I right? Yes. You either control Noctis or you control a camera that's looking at Noctis, right? Depending on how you look at it, right? In this game, you do not control Noctis. Why? Because you are you. So if you love to talk to Noctis and you want Noctis to talk to you, this is the perfect game. Alright? And long time ago, we had the concept of having yourself as a 5th member of the gang, right? Now you are truly the 5th member of the gang. Noctis will talk to you, Noctis will pass the skewers to you, Prompto will pass a picture to you, you can grab the picture, you can try to poke Noctis with the skewer and Noctis will screw you. You know, all this can be done in the game as well. So you are yourself in the game. And that's what makes this more than just a spin-off. The next one are play modes, right? What makes RPGs interesting is the play cycle, right? You go for mob hunts, and then you go back to the city, and then you do quests again, and all that stuff. So this game is not just a simple pick-up game where you just pick up the game, try fishing. Once you get the fish, you put down the rod, and that's it. End of story. This is a game that you'll be playing for hours because 1, there is a story mode. Okay? It's not just a fishing simulator, right? Number 2, there's a free mode where you can actually go to any location that you want that you have been before and just free roam in that location. Alright? And there are also mob hunts in the game as well. So you do the mob hunts and then you get money from the mob hunts and then you can get money to upgrade your rod or the lure or whatsoever. Okay, so that is the beauty of this game, and that is not the only play modes in this game. Okay, we will announce it as time goes on, alright? Next, the environment. Oh my goodness me. This is where our environment artists shine because I can tell you that we tried our best to push the graphics to its limits, but make sure that it still goes at a perfect 60 frames per second. Right? And you should try it up there, yes. That is a really good feat. And the one that we already showed you in the teaser is this one. Right? For me, this already looks very beautiful. Fortunately for you, there's more than just one stage. There are a lot more stages. By the way, if you see this, the wooden floor, you know, can you see the wooden floor and more path? You can actually walk around the scenery and look for a nice fishing point. and maybe you can find a secret fishing point where you can get a better fish as well. For the first time, I'm going to reveal 3 more locations for you guys. Right? Location number 2. Do you know where this is? KL, right? Near KL. Yes. So this is where you can fish in the open seas instead of just the lake. Do you remember the rusty the shipyard that you saw just now? Yeah. We were inspired by that and we created this. Yep. So instead of just fishing at the water, try to aim for the ones below the ruins, below the spikes, for example. Okay? You do not need to cast like that. You can cast like this. And we had Iwasawa just now, the fishing, the crazy guy, right? He taught us how to fish like this, like that, and we can do all that in the game, right? That we have accommodated for all those fishing techniques. And finally, this Final Fantasy 15, so we have ruins combined with nature as well, right? So these are the 4 locations among many in Monster of the Deep. So look forward to more locations. And finally, what makes Monster of the Deep more than just a fishing game is obviously the boss fights. I want you to recall the title, Monster of the Deep, right? So which means that you can fight this guy as well, right? If you notice that the fish in this game, the bosses, they are all inspired by deep sea fishes, right? Like the anglerfish, for example. The person who created this art is the same person who created the triple bowl in Final Fantasy 15. Katoblepas. Remember that? Yeah, the big guy. So the same lady called Chihiro Hashi also created the boss fishes for this game. So again, same attention to detail for this game as well. Again, it's not a spin-off, it's a proper standalone game. And again, just for you guys, I'm going to reveal one more boss for you. Okay, this is one boss. That's another boss, right? And here's the third one. Drum roll. Right, so for boss fights in the game, our concept is to ensure that you have a huge impact. You know, you can feel the huge impact when you encounter the boss. But we want to make sure that it's a fish, right? No point putting a dragon in the water and then, oh look, fishing boss fight. But it has to look like fish, it has to be realistic, right? So we do, Chihiro Hashi actually looks at the fish and refers to all the, structure of the fish. And a lot of the bosses here are unique. They might be fast, they might be big, but for this one, the concept is it's beautiful. It's so beautiful, it's scary. That's the concept. So it won't swim very fast. It will swim very slowly, and it will attack you in a way that I cannot announce right now. Okay, but it's going to be very fantastical. And the other thing is boss fights, right? Do you know what is the concept of this boss? Sorry? Speed. No. Well, speed is not for everything. Do you remember when you go to dungeons in FF15, there are demons? Yeah. These are demons in fish form. Okay? And you don't only fight the boss with a fishing rod. You actually use a crossbow to tranquilize the fish, and then after the fish gets tranquilized, you try to fish out of the water. Okay? And let me tell you one little more secret. Not all fish are swimming. Okay? But wait, well, you will see later in the final game next month, alright? Okay, and many more to go. Those are all the silhouettes of the bosses. Look forward to the game next month. So yeah, we have controls, characters, play modes, environment, and boss fights. Again, don't judge Monster of the Deep by just its trailer. What I told you just now, it is not a realistic fishing simulator. It is not just a fishing game taken out from Final Fantasy 15 and just put into VR. We actually thought it out properly. What fits VR the most for this kind of game? And we really truly want you to enjoy the interaction with the scenery of the world. And that's all, guys. So Monster of the Deep is coming out September 2017, which is next month. And it's a standalone product. It's not a DLC, it's a standalone product by itself. And it's for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro. VR required and move controllers optional but highly recommended. And please, like I told you, don't judge the trailer, go out there and play the game. Alright? Hey, thank you.